Hey, there are three letters that make car nerds excited and my imaginary girlfriend really concerned. STI. No, not that kind. The Subaru kind. The kind that makes car nerds like me drool and cry because the WRX STI is an unfinished legend. STI used to be the car in tuning culture. It was the whip that made vents and big wangs look cool. Nice. And that's exactly why Subi nerds are peeing their pants, because there's hope the WRX STI is finally coming back. You are watching Turbo Itchy. Let's relive the hype because it's been that long. The STI was born from rally warfare. Subaru back then wasn't building grocery haulers like today. They were building weapons for the World Rally Championship. The blue and gold STI was a global hero. Multiple world titles, wins, and the weapon of choice for Ken Block's Gymkhana series. Rest in peace, Ken Block. It starred in Fast and Furious next to Brian O'Connor, dodging bullets, diving out of planes. It wasn't just a car, it was family. Rest in peace, Paul Walker. And if you didn't see it in theaters, you definitely drove it in games like Gran Turismo, Need for Speed, Dirt, and Colin McRae Rally. Rest in peace, Colin McRae. Everyone had one in their virtual garage. It was the car for people that didn't have supercar money but wanted supercar performance. With some extra boost, it would gap Lambos all day while hauling Costco tissue rolls. The world fell in love. I fell in love. Its rivalry with the evil was as epic as Captain America versus Iron Man, Naruto versus Sasuke, me versus Acme. Nerds like me grew up making turbo noises every time a blue sedan with a giant wing drove by. My mom would call it ugly, but she doesn't get it. Just like how she doesn't get me and calls me ugly. Now that I'm old enough to afford one, Subaru stopped making it. Subaru hasn't made a fun car in forever. And no, the BRZ doesn't count. That's a Toyota A6 in cosplay. And I say this even though I owned a BRZ. Sure, it had a boxer engine, but it had Toyota's soul. Look at the current WRX, covered in plastic cladding. It's like Subaru couldn't afford to paint the whole car. Subaru engineers say the textured plastic is supposed to help with airflow. Yo. You have a better chance of convincing me the earth is flat than this sorry excuse. Plastic is for cost-saving measures. We may be car nerds, but we ain't dumb. Some of us anyway. What's worse, it came with a CVT. That's like pairing sushi with ketchup. Gross. We were all hoping the STI package for this generation of the WRX would fix all these issues. But no, Subaru never made an STI for the VBWRX. They said it was due to tightening global emission regulations. How sad is that? Birth by rally, death by emissions. There was the Japan-exclusive S210 performance model, but thinking about it makes me want to cry. Okay, let me back up. If you don't know about Subaru's S-Line, it's their crown jewel lineup, kinda like how Ferrari builds their cars. Starting from the very first S201, every single one was hand-built and super limited. We are talking 200 to 600 units total, and it was meant to show off the very best of STI. Then came the S210. It only came with a CVT, no LSD, and also made less power than the previous S209. What the fuck are you doing, Subaru? There was also the TS tuned by STI trim. But again, this is not what we want. This will scare my imaginary girlfriend when I say this, but give me an STI! Today, the closest thing we have to a modern Japanese four-door all-wheel drive enthusiast car is a GR Corolla. Yeah, the STI succeeded by a Corolla. To be fair, the GR Corolla is a sick 3-cylinder car. The STI wasn't perfect, and it wasn't polished, but it had soul. For nearly 30 years, the EJ engine, which was in every generation of the STI, likes to go boom. Ringland failure is what makes the owners sweat every time they start their cars. It's as common as a YouTube ad playing right when things get good. I know 5 STI owners. 4 of them had ringland failures, and the last guy crashed before it exploded. That's just the STI experience. It's like dating someone toxic. You know it's gonna end badly, but the ride is too good to say no. The STI was never given the chance for a modern Boxer engine before it got discontinued. Nerds were hoping the brand new F8 engine in the current gen WRX would make it to the STI, but that never happened. That's like getting dumped right when your girlfriend wins the lottery. But now, there is hope. At the Japan Mobility Show, Subaru showed off two STI concepts, Performance E STI and Performance B STI. We'll focus on the B concept because look at that hood. It says proud of Boxer. It's an internal combustion STI concept. It has a third pedal. My left foot is twitching. Look at that huge wang. That is the biggest wang I've ever seen. It looks like it is based off the current Impreza, but with a wide body kit. Hot damn. Good Jesus, what is with that rear end? The fake fends are as ugly as a reflection in my mirror. It looks like someone peeled it off a FK8 Civic Type R and glued it on there. It needs to go. Besides that, I love it. It's hella aggressive and screams rally Subaru. In fact, for a concept car, it looks pretty production ready. If this Boxer STI concept leads to a new STI for car nerds, the car scene would explode. OG owners would dig up their COP access ports from 2004. Car meets wouldn't be filled with just 86 and Miatas anymore. Kids growing up would be inspired to install a huge wang on their car. You'll stop getting dumped because you owned a ride that is suitable for starting a family. Now is a great time to bring back the STI. Car manufacturers are backing away from full electrification. EV sales have slowed. People miss emotion. Give us back swishy turbos, manual, Boxer rumbles, and a giant wing to picnic on top of. Listen to me, Subaru. It'll print money. Hit subscribe so Subaru's CEO Atsushi Osaki will see my video. The hope excites me, but it also scares me. Why? Subaru has the worst concept to production car conversions. You know the feeling of matching someone hot on Tinder? You get excited for the first date. Then you see the person in real life, and now you're deciding if you want to split the meal or just leave right now. It's the worst kind of catfishing, and Subaru is a repeat offender. Look at this 2010 concept compared to the production model, and this 2013 concept, which was absolute fire. But we got this instead. Fun fact time. The pink and red accent colors on the STI represents the cherry blossom trees of Japan. Over the years, the shade has gotten darker and darker. Sometimes you might see a pink badge with just an I. That stands for Impreza, when the older generations of STI were part of the Impreza family. Okay, back on topic. I do want a sedan with a giant wing, but if the next STI is a hatchback only, I'll still take one. The evil is already gone. Don't take the STI away from us too. STI stands for Subaru Technica International, but to me it stands for Soul Tuned Inspired. Don't mess this up, Subaru. Subscribe or the STI will come back with a thick hood scoop, front wheel drive, and as an SUV. You've been warned.